problem was that the metadata became increasingly unreliable. We'd also tested other third-party attribution tools, many hype tools from the state. And then after working with attribute, that really solved lots of those problems for us. So the main benefit is that we can finally scale our ad sets and campaigns again with way more confidence in the data. In the first 3 or 4 months, we could really notice a drop in customer acquisition costs at about 20-25%. Yes, my name is Felix. I'm the co-founder of 305 Care, skincare brand based in Düsseldorf, Germany. 305 Care is selling skincare products, clinical tested formulas, and one of our USPs is that we sell a personalized face cream. So you answer a couple of questions on our homepage, and based on the answers, we will create a custom formula for a custom face cream made just for you, and it's even your name is on the cream, on the packaging, and that's just one of our USPs. And in general, we have highly effective skincare with active ingredients, with many studies that prove the effectiveness of the creams, of the serums, and so on. And it's also especially for very sensitive skin. We a pretty young brand. We started in 2024, and in the same year we hit 7 figures. And right now we're in the mid 7 figures range with strong online sales and also rapidly expanding into the whole retail market. We started working with attribute very early in the process. We started in December 2024, but the month before that, we heavily relied on Meta's native reporting, but also, of course, Google Analytics, a few internal dashboards. And the problem was that the metadata became increasingly unreliable because we were growing very fast, and that made the campaign structure become more and more complex. And with a more complex campaign structure, more campaigns for different products, a separate testing campaign, it was really difficult to decide where to put the spend and what campaigns and what ad sets we want to scale. So that was a huge problem. We also tested other third-party attribution tools, many hype tools from the States, but it didn't really work out for us. And then after working with attribute, but I think that will be the next question that really solved lots of those problems for us. Yes, for sure. So the main benefit is that we can finally scale our ad sets and campaigns again with way more confidence in the data. And the metric that we focus really heavily on is the new customer ROAS and the customer acquisition costs. And we had no possibility before attribute to even look at new customer ROAS. So that we can optimize on that metric is a really, really big advantage for us. And also the customer acquisition costs really improved after working with attribute. In the first 3 or 4 months, we could really notice a drop in customer acquisition costs at about 20-25%. What I really love about attribute is that it's really highly customizable. And the support is great. So no matter what question about your data you have in your mind, you can just talk to the guys from attribute, and they will definitely create or build any kind of dashboard that really answers this exact question that was in your mind, and it happens really fast and reliable. That is something that I really missed with other tools, especially the other third-party attribution tools that I mentioned before that I used from the States. None of that tools could really bring a service with that quality. That's really something which is highly appreciated by us. Also, another feature of attribute which is really great is that you can not only see the accurate data, even better, you can send the data from attribute back to Meta, so that the algorithm from Meta is able to optimize based on the events that you create based on the attribute data. And that's also something which is really missed with other products, with other tools. Yeah, I would basically recommend attribute to any D2C brand owner with a brand that is scaling fast. in the six-figure segment, it's maybe not needed, because campaign setup and the quantity, the amount of data is still low. But with increasing scale and more data and a more complex campaign structure, more products maybe in the shop, it's really, really necessary. And I think every brand owner with a 7 or 8 figure brand knows exactly the problem of unreliable metadata and no confidence while scaling. And that's exactly the problem that Attribute solves. So for 7 figure brand owners, it makes sense, and even more sense for 8 and 9 figure brand owners, for sure.